So for today's scripture today, we're talking from Revelation 12:7. Revelation 12:7. And we're going to be, say 7. Say 7. Good job. We're teaching him the new numbers. And so one key thing that we're going to be start doing is start to break down each verse. Really, we can really do it by the verse more specifically. So we're going to read the entire verse first and then get to a special part within that verse. So there appeared a great wonder in heaven, a woman clothed with the sun, and the moon under her feet, and upon her head a crown of 12 stars. And she being with child cried, travailing in birth, in pain to be delivered. And there appeared another wonder in heaven, and behold, a great red dragon, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and 7 crowns upon his head. And his tail drew the third part of the stars of heaven, and did cast them to the earth. And the dragon stood before the woman which was already to be delivered, for her to devour her child as soon as it was born. And she brought forth a man-child who was to rule all nations with a rod of iron. And her child was caught up unto the God the Father and to his throne. And the woman fled into the wilderness, where she has there place prepared of God the Father, that they should feed her there 1,260 days. And there was a war in heaven. This is the key one that we're going to come back to, right? 12:7. And there was a war in heaven. Michael, who is like God, and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragons fought and his angels, and prevailed not, neither was their place found any more in heaven. And the great dragon was cast out of heaven, that old serpent called the devil and Satan, the adversary which deceives the whole world. He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him. And I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, Now is come salvation and strength, in the kingdom of our God the Father, and the power of his most high Messiah. For the accuser of our brethren is cast down, which accused them before our God the Father day and night. And they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb, by the word of their testimony, and they loved not their lives unto the death. Therefore rejoice, you heavens, and you that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth, and of the seal of the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knows that he has but a short time. When the dragon saw that he was cast out unto the earth, he persecuted the woman which brought forth the man-child. And to the woman were given 2 wings of a great eagle, and there she might fly into the wilderness, into her place, where she is nourished for a time and times and half a time from the face of the serpent. And the serpent cast out of his mouth water as a flood after the woman, that he might cause her to be carried away of the flood. And the earth helped the woman, and the earth opened her mouth and swallowed up the flood which the dragon cast out of his mouth. And the dragon was exceedingly angry with the woman, and went to make war with the remnant of her seed, which kept the commandments of God the Father, and have the testimony of Yeshua, God of salvation, Messiah. Let's get into the read. Let's get into the scriptural part that we want to get into, right? This is the key part here. And there was a war in heaven, right? This is the key part. So, when we're saying there's a war in heaven, Michael, who is like God, and his angels fought against the dragon, and his dragons fought and his angels. So, if God didn't need defending, then he wouldn't have an army. Let's say that again, right? If it wasn't your job or your ability to choose sides, if it wasn't important which side you were fighting for, then the Most High wouldn't need an army, right? It is your duty as an earth angel, right, to fight on the side of righteousness and good, right? So you have to choose a side. And so if you don't know which side you're on, then somehow, based on the dragon being cast down into this earth, you're ultimately then supporting the dragon if you're not unaware of your role. You have to do the right thing, and the right thing is still the right thing, even if others aren't doing it. So the devil, right, and his angels fought against the dragon, right? It said, and there was a war in heaven, Michael, and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought and his angels, right? So the dragon had angels. How you know this is true? How you know this is true, right? Right. How you know this is true? There's a part right here that says, and his tail drew the third part of the stars of heaven, right? And his tail drew the third part of the stars of heaven, and did cast them to the earth. And the dragon stood before a woman which was ready to be delivered, for her to devour her child as soon as it was born, right? So this is a key part that we got to read into this part right here, right? So the third part of the stars. So who do we call stars? In the Hollywood square, right? They keep a particular thing for the stars of Hollywood, right? A witchcraft, some things that you say that. So when they say 33 in the Scottish Freemasonry rites, right? That's a number representing the third of the angels that was cast out, right? And so you have to do side, make sure that you're not being deceived, because you become good when you know good from evil, right? So your inability to know who is good and who is on the side of the dragon is the actual issue. So you have to find out which side you're fighting upon. And if you don't know which side, then you're probably fighting on the enemy's side, unknowingly, especially if you're not intentionally, righteously doing the right thing. So make sure that you're fighting on the side of Mikael. Yeah, do the right thing, right? Because the Most High is looking for angels ready to protect his throne, right? To protect the throne. Anything you got to say, young boy? Say, I love you. Say, I love Anu. Good job. Say, Anu. Good job. Say, keep praying. Say, mwah. So for today,